What's going on, everybody? It's 40B Nasty. I'm here to show you an update on my Tisbe and Tigger pod tanks. Yes, I said Tisbe because the Tisbe pods have taken back over. As you can see, these little white dots everywhere, that's them. You can tell the difference between those and a Tigger pod. If any pop up, probably like that one speck right there. Yep, there it is. There is a Tigger pod. There's one right there, there's one right there, there's one right there, and right there. But it looks like the Tisbe pods have outgrown probably 10 to 1 on this tank. And I had thought I lost all my Tisbe pods because my salinity had jumped up to 1.030. But evidently these things are pretty resilient. And when I brought it back down to 1.023, because I wanted to give myself a little more leeway for evaporation, as you can see, to maybe like let it get up to 1.026 the most, and then maybe do a little top off. But these guys bounce back, and they're not letting the Tigger pods take over. I don't know if they're eating the larvae of the Tigger pods, and then they're not allowing it to happen. But you know, I'm just gonna let a little bit of time take over and figure out what to do with that tank. It's not what I wanted, but that's what's happening. So over to my Tigger pod tank. As you can see, as soon as I get a focus, even without the focus, there we go. You can see they are everywhere. And there's a lot of egg bearers there, so I'm looking at a future with those guys. And I've been just kind of doing the same old thing. Spirulina powder that I got at an organic store. I just take a little dash of that, stick it in with some 2 ounce, about 2 ounces of fresh salt water. Or even fresh water. It doesn't really matter. Fresh water would probably be better to help with the evaporation that you lose. So, but just don't overthink this project. It's supposed to be simple, and that's what I want you all to understand. You know, you see my little piece of media in there. It's a big softball sized rock. I got one on that side. It's a little darker, the water, but there's also Chaeto on top. It's about the size of a softball. Show you a little bit right there. This one's growing out actually. For my T5 lights. And this one hasn't been so much, but it's still growing. And what I want to show you is the trickle out of the airline. It's about 10 bubbles that come out. And that's actually kind of fast. And I'll even show you right here. You can see it. That's about how fast you want it to come out. But as long as it's not too excessive, that's good. Now this one, actually, I have slower. It's just a bubble per second, you could say. So judge your airline on that one, because this has been actually the best for me. But when I had this one up even higher than this one, it didn't work out so well for the tank. So don't think that adding extra air to your tank is a positive effect to it, because you might be adding too much air into your tank, and that can actually be bad for your tank. Because, I mean, if that Chaeto's growing, which it has, I'm gonna guess there's some kind of balance in here that I have going on. That's pretty good, and that I hope you guys can all achieve. That's the whole point. Don't overthink this. Try to actually make it as simple as possible. The only thing I'm doing different is just the lights. I don't know if that makes an effect on anything. I'm sure it adds oxygen and removes carbon dioxide out of the tank. But it also could go reverse effect if you run your Chaeto too long, because the Chaeto can actually go asexual on you, and then it will actually produce carbon dioxide 24/7, and you don't want to do that. So you always want to put a timer on Chaeto, if you didn't know that. So with that being said, this is 40B Nasty out. Take care, and good luck with your tanks.